right to eat! Exclamation point. Talking about it Tuesday. Yeah, what up? What up? What up? Good morning. Good morning. And the word is good morning. Let's go. We're live now. Wait. No, let's not do that. Oh man, I gotta reset that again. Yeah. So I'm just getting things set up over here on YouTube. Today is Tuesday, right? um. Okay, yeah, that works. Um, yep, y'all. Yep, y'all. Yep. Good morning. Who's that rocking with me? Hey, who's that rocking with me? Rocking with me. I say some things that'll make you think. Talking about all the news and apple cider vinegar drink. Boom. Boom, 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 boom. Yeah. Good morning. I mean, what's up, y'all? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up, y'all? What's up, y'all? Because we don't even know this is up. Hey, who's that? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What's up? What up, Lady Kiki? What's happening? Good morning. Rise and shine. Y'all make sure y'all look. Y'all better tell me if I got a booger in my nose. Y'all better say something. Not playing no games with y'all. Yabba dabba, money grabber. Tell them what they want to do, dag nabba. Yeah. What's up, man? What's up? It is Tuesday, November 15th, 9:05 in the morning. It is 43 degrees. It ain't playing. Yo, what's up, everybody? Make sure name and location. I mean, city and location. I want to know where y'all from, what y'all got going on. You know what I'm saying? I thought I was live over here. Let me go. I thought I was live on Instagram as well. We are now. We weren't before, but we are now. We are live everywhere. Yep, if you ain't follow me now. Turn on notifications to always. I appreciate you. You know what I'm saying? I welcome you all here. Hopefully you got your apple cider vinegar ready. You know what I'm saying? Apple cider vinegar ready. I'm going to throw it up for a second. We're going to talk about it. You know what? And I think I can put it up over there for y'all too. Now that I think about it. Let me see what I can do. And I'm going to adjust this a little bit. You know what I'm saying? Let's go here. Who we got? Letitia said, good morning. Enjoyed your session this morning from last night. There was a piece I thought was hilarious. That's what's up. You got to tell me about that. You know what? You can clip that piece too. Letitia, you can clip the piece you thought was hilarious and repost it. That'd be super dope. That would be super uber dope. I would love to see that. All right, ladies and gentlemen, I'm doing a little something right quick. I'm hooking y'all up, you know what I'm saying? Because y'all need to hook up right quick. Let me find it over here on Instagram, because Instagram folks be like, what? What about us? What about us? I'm coming, Instagram. Listen, if you're on my on TikTok, let's run up the likes, let's run up the shares. The shares let the world know we popping. You know what I'm saying? The shares let the world know we popping. And we want the world to know we popping. Man, I'm trying to find this on Instagram for my Instagram folks, because they be like, they be feeling like they be missing out. You know what I'm saying? They be like, man, why you don't? I be like, yo, y'all got to get to YouTube or TikTok or something, man. Stop playing. Got me all over the place with my social media. You know what I'm saying? Although you got to have a bunch of them. You know what I mean? You gotta have, you got to be a part of it all. I just didn't know this piece was so far, so deep in here. I've been doing this for a minute. When I think of all the, like I'm scrolling through trying to find this one clip, you know what I mean, that I can post in the background, but that just goes to show, man, we've been doing the thing, y'all. Okay, here we go. Let me see, is this one? Boom. There we go. All right, so Instagram, y'all got it over there. Y'all can see it. Of course, y'all always got it, you know what I'm saying? Good morning, y'all. All right, so, man, how the bots be coming on my YouTube channel? Bots be tripping, man. Let me do that and put user in timeout. Hide user on this channel. There it goes. And they're banned. Yep. All right. So it's an amazing Tuesday. It's horrible outside, I can tell you that. If you're in the Atlanta area, man, we're experiencing all that. You know what I'm saying? Wow, what a cool tat. Is that a Jetson made? No, this is that's actually the Green Eye Bandit, for those of y'all who can't see what she's talking about. So I got a whole sleeve. I just got to get the inside of it done, but I got the outside of it. The outside of it is done. What up, DDT? I appreciate that, though. Thank you very much for noticing. You have a very keen eye. I see you. Y'all got your apple cider vinegar ready? If y'all don't have your apple cider vinegar drink ready, the recipe is up there. You have no excuse not to be ready. You have no excuse not to have your apple cider vinegar on point. Your apple cider vinegar drink. Welcome to my live. I'm your host. Welcome to Bite to Eat podcast, where we talk about health and wellness, motivation and inspiration, and all things, current events. So people are starting to, if y'all are noticing, people are starting to come around, man. Over the past couple of weeks, we've been covering the Kanye West and just recently the Kyrie Irving situation, and that people are starting to come around. Had y'all noticed, people are publicly coming to apologize to Kyrie Irving. That's right. The latest was the latest one to do it was from, what's the Detroit basketball player's name? Oh my God, Jalen Rose. Jalen Rose has come out publicly and say, yo, Kyrie, I apologize. I should have stood with you. You know what I'm saying? Like, I apologize for jumping on that bandwagon. And I think it's important that people do that, right? I think it's important that people come back and say, my bad. Because it helps the community start rolling back and saying, let me slow my roll. Because that's really the conversation for the day. Is just slow your roll, man. Slow your roll. When it comes to making these quick decisions, especially publicly, you need to slow your roll. Letitia says, I've gotten to a comfortable spot in my life where I go to the gym where I no longer pay maintenance, so I shut down at 7:38 to be up at 3 a.m. to crush the gym. That's what's up. That's what's up. 3 a.m. at the gym, y'all. Like, listen, when you compound exercising and moving around and being mobile along with drinking your apple cider vinegar drink, you just push your body to really, really buckle down and get to that place y'all needed to get to for the changes and adjustments you want to make. But that's where it's like slow your roll. Listen, get your schedule together, man. Make a plan. Put things together so you know how you want to do it. The fact that people are, when it comes to this Kyrie Irving and it comes to this Kanye West. So I'm going to start with Kyrie because everybody's on Kyrie real heavy. But what you're watching, from the owner to the league president to now all the athletes starting to come back around and say, my bad, yo. Shannon Sharp, all of them are doubling back because they understand, like, yo, first off, the public outcry has been amazing. You guys have been amazing in showing your support for Kyrie Irving because everybody's sitting here confused, like, yo, he didn't do nothing, right? Like, so why are we condemning this guy? Why are we taking his Nike deal? This is going to be interesting. This is going to be interesting in the upcoming months because now that he doesn't have a shoe deal with Nike, but he is yet showing that he is very, very popular, but he's very, very influential. I wonder who's going to come to his aid. But I would say, hopefully, if you guys have been on my Instagram, y'all see I posted a black shoe designer. I think they're called entourage or something like that. I forget the name of it. Go to my stories on Instagram and you'll see there's a black shoe designer that I posted, and I reached out to him, let him know, hey man, I'm gonna start promoting you guys because the conversation I'm having is about black-owned businesses and black-owned designers and things like that. So the shoe is pretty dope that they got, you know what I'm saying? And it takes us, the culture, to make these things exciting and to make it popular. So Kanye is Torres, based off of, okay, so let me switch. Okay, I'm gonna bounce back and forth between Kyrie and Kanye. So Kanye, the most recent development. I don't know if y'all heard, right? Okay, so y'all do understand the outcome for Kanye with losing his Adidas deal wasn't really him losing his Adidas deal. He wanted out. Y'all do remember that was the whole thing. What up, Sharice? What up, Everett? Y'all do know the whole premise behind his activity was to lose his Adidas deal. I need y'all to understand that was part of his plan. Remember, he did not want to stay underneath the shackles of Adidas. So he did whatever it took to get from underneath it. Now, Adidas got rid of him, and then they tried to play this old, we don't need you to sell your product, as if the community wasn't attached to the product because of Kanye. So now, what up, Pamela? So now, what up, Sassy? I see you over there on YouTube. So now they've doubled down. They said, you know what? Okay, what we'll do is we're going to sell your product and we're going to take your name off of it. And if that wasn't the most egregious thing you could say to somebody you were in business with and making a lot of money with who was unhappy with the situation, they said, I'm going to take your product and take your name off of it, but continue to sell your product. What up, Red Babe? You know what I'm saying? Revelation will make you rethink your endeavors. And indeed, Everett, this is why you got to slow your roll and take a pause for a cause and just let things marinate for a minute. And now let me stop. Let me put a stamp in that for Kanye, and let me go back to Kyrie, because when it came to this this video that he's getting admonished about, think about this. If people had just slowed their roll and shut up, none of us would know about this this video. Y'all do remember, this video came out in 2018. Shaquille O'Neal had it playing in his theaters. I had no idea. What up, JT? You started it today? You on it? Okay, cool. We had no idea what this documentary was about until people were fast to respond. Till the Jewish community was fast to, Esteban, they were so fast to react that they had let the cat out of the bag, and we was all saying, what video? Huh? And then we went to look at it. The very thing they didn't want to have happen, Elaine, welcome to the room, is it happened. Now, I'll get to that, Esteban. I like that. That's a good question. Esteban said, do you think they're going to have the same reaction for Dave? They've tried it. If you look at the reviews of his SNL performance, look at the reviews on, just Google Dave Chappelle SNL, and then look at what they're saying, that the ADL is reprimanding him, that it's his worst one yet, all this kind of stuff they're putting out there. So y'all now know who's in control of the media. Now y'all understand that what Kanye was saying wasn't a trip. That's right, Everett. Listen, now y'all know. What up, Denise? Now y'all know that what Kanye West was saying, he was not bugging, because you're watching it happen to the king of comedy right now, Dave Chappelle. Y'all are seeing it happen in real time. No, I said you could put cayenne pepper in there, Nicole, just a pinch, and it'll help speed up your metabolism. I don't particularly use cayenne pepper, but you can. You know what I'm saying? So before I get into Dave Chappelle, let me get back to Kanye. Part of the plan, right? And then Kyrie on the rushing to respond, rushing to, you know what I'm saying, to put things out there. Now the ADL, the very thing they didn't want to have happen, which was this video to catch steam, it caught steam. It's one of the biggest selling DVDs or videos, rented videos on Amazon at this point. It's like the number one thing now. Why? Because when you are quick to respond because you think you got the juice like that, you end up waking up the beehive. Everybody was like, yo, what is it? You know what I'm saying? So I'm going to get to Dave, y'all. I see y'all, you're happy, healer, and crazy. I see y'all on it. Yeah, I see y'all on it. Reed, I see they owe Kyrie money for not allowing him to play because of the bug. Funny thing is, a lot of them folks were exactly. Now, when we talk about Kyrie, this is multifaceted because what y'all have failed to comment on is this. Remember this? Almost 2 weeks ago, New York, which is where Kyrie is at and where he's working, New York hired back all those people they fired for not having the vaccine, right? Then they doubled down and said, we're going to give you back pay for all that time you missed. I hope Kanye West develops his own brand. But check this out. When they put the pause straps on Kyrie, you remember what they did, right? They withheld over $100 million from his contract. Y'all do know that, right? Y'all do know they also blocked a potential extension that he was going to have that had a crazy bonus to it. No, it was more than, I thought it was more than just the sanitation workers crazy. I thought it was also a law enforcement and all those people like that as well. If I'm not mistaken, I think it was said it was unconstitutional for them to do that to those government workers. But okay, even if it's just the sanitation workers, it's written in the Constitution, and so that's sweeping legislation right now. So in my book, pay Kyrie his money, run the bread. You know what I mean? Yeah, I'm still crazy. I want them to run his money to him. Thank you. Mama says you're a fine man. Well, all right. I'll take that. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate that. But so now you have Kyrie, them rushing to respond to him. Now, if y'all have not heard the latest news, in the contract that Kanye was trying to break away from, or that he broke away from, they owe him, and they're going to have to pay him moving forward, whether they take his name off the shoe or not. It's in the contract. You know what I mean? Yeah, we're very against it. Yep. Few media outlets covered it like they did black folks. Absolutely, Reed. But that's the thing that you got to remember now is that they are effectively, he effectively did what he wanted. Like, and this is why people calling him crazy. It's very dismissive. Make sure you guys are sharing the live real quick. Like, we should have at least 10 shares, but if we get more than 10 shares of the live on TikTok, that'd be awesome. If you guys could share it on your platforms, I don't know which ones you guys are coming from on YouTube, but share it. Let some people know we're here. I don't think we're gonna get that far crazy. I know you think we're gonna see his shoes in Marshalls, but I doubt it, right? Because then they devalue more than that. You know what I mean? Then they're playing themselves. They're not gonna do that. His brand has too much on it. She said TJ Maxx. His brand is too strong, right? And to somebody's point, I would hope that this is a lesson for most black creators and designers to build your own foundation. And if you're going to do anything from there, lease out the opportunity for other cultures and other people to make money off of it. That's what they do to you. They take your product and lease your product, and you get a portion of the lease. What up, Jackie? That part is what needs to be managed. You know what I'm saying? So again, on my Instagram, if you're not on it, follow my Instagram, follow my YouTube. But on my Instagram, I posted a black designer of a sneaker design. You know what I'm saying? And I found him, and I was like, yo, I'm gonna promote your shoe and your company as much as possible, because we are actually moving towards Black History Month, and in Black History Month, we should be making history. How do we make history? History is going to be made this Black History Month when we all put those resources together. When we put those resources together in the black community and start spending black. And I mean also inviting other cultures to come into the community and spend and support black designers, black businesses, black farmers, black supermarkets. Why? Because this is what we've done. We're going to see what it is, because this is what we've done throughout the history. We are the biggest consumers, y'all. That means we spend the most money outside of the community. Why? Because our dollar only lasts 6 hours in our community. But we're spending our dollars in the Asian community. The Asian people are spending their money in the Asian community. White people are spending their money in the Asian community. Jewish people are spending their money in the Asian community. Everybody is spending their money in the Asian community, and the Asian community ain't stepping foot in your hair salon. They're not stepping foot in your nail shop. They're not stepping foot in your grocery store. They're keeping it culture. Every other nationality is keeping it culture. Hispanics don't show up in your grocery stores because they want to cook differently. They have different foods, different ingredients, you know what I'm saying, that they want. But it's available for you everywhere else. man, I don't even know if we could say that we got anything proprietary when it comes to, we got soul food, but it's just in the matter of how we season and cook it. And we ain't selling the ingredients to that. Like you can't go down, I can go down the international aisle in any supermarket and find every nationality except for quote unquote some black food. And I know that sounds crazy, but you had never thought about that, have you? I bet none of y'all ever thought about finding culture food, right? Esteban said, what's it going to take for us to stop shopping with the ops? First off, you have to know where you are welcomed. You have to know where your dollar means the most and where it's going to support your community. We have to set up communities that have it. Like you can go to a Chinatown, you know what I mean? In any place, you can go to the Latin community in any city and find, you could tell because when you drive, the language on the billboards all change. On the billboards, you see Asian writing. On the billboards, you see Don Pablo's, or you see the different names of the restaurants and places, so you know what leg of the community in. The only time you're in the black community is when you see barbecue signs, when you see stuff like that. Although our community is African American community, so in that you should be able to see Caribbean food. We should see soul food. You should see African food. It should all be coupled together, and it should be huge and dynamic because we are, we have that. But you never think about that. Yep, barbershops and liquor stores is what you see, right? So we care about having a good time and looking great. You know what I'm saying? But none of you have seen an Asian lady or man step foot into a black nail salon. If y'all can show me that, I want y'all to take a picture of it. If you ever see it, it's like a unicorn. It is an anomaly. I don't imagine I'll ever see that. And I can appreciate, listen, I'm not knocking these communities because I appreciate them. You know what I'm saying? I appreciate going to, are you drinking tea? Get you some peppermint tea and honey and lemon drops. Okay. I know you hear it. I appreciate being able to go into an Asian restaurant and see Asians working there. I'm sorry. Lil Rel made a joke about this last night and stayed with me. He said he walked into a Benihana's in Atlanta and it was all black folks working. And he said it threw him off. Same with me. I don't want to walk into a Latin store, a Latin company, a Latin place, and not see Latin people working there. I'm sorry. I have a problem with that. I think the authenticity is off. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, there's, you know what? I'm gonna bring the it depends. Like, I usually don't invite people to the live, but we've been doing some things a little bit differently though. If Abuela not in a Mexican restaurant, I walk out. Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Best barbecue I ever had was at a black-owned gas station in a predominantly black neighborhood. That's what's up, Jordy, because the best chicken I had was in North Carolina at a gas station. How ironic is that? You know what I'm saying? It was a black-owned gas station, and I couldn't believe it was crowded at this joint. Yep, Haitian restaurants as well. All those should be in an area where people can go and say, this is a culture here. And we have not cultivated our culture when it comes to spending and buying. Like, we know these places are sparingly here and there, but if you go into the Asian community, they're all lined up. You could take your pick. You know what I'm saying? Inco said, I go to he said he go to an all-black barbershop. He know where to get a quality fade. Indeed. You know what I'm saying? There are some technicians in there. That's why, you know what I'm saying? Listen, we're going to pay a few bills right quick. Make sure y'all are liking everything on everybody. On YouTube, you guys got to hit the like button, hit the thumbs up or the like button. On TikTok, run up the likes, share the live. Let's get the shares up to 20. On Instagram, make sure you guys are sharing the live. You guys have a group of people. If you hit that little arrow down at the bottom, you can share the live with other people. Share it with as many people as you can. That's just a little homework, a little, you know what I'm saying, just doing our due diligence. Now, no, I'm sure none of y'all have ever thought about that, right? Like, you go into a grocery store and you don't have a section that represents you. This is the story of, you know, these are the things that need to be built, you know what I'm saying? And you want to make it available. Like, you want it to be dope in that regard so that we can have other communities come in and support, not own. Support, not own. I don't know what the last part is, Sassy. She said, I support our people as much as I don't know what the last part is. Esteban said, is there any black-owned media companies or social media platforms? There is a black-owned media company by Byron Allen. Byron Allen has one, and he's been buying, major companies and trying to use that platform, you know what I'm saying, to bring other programs that really support what we're doing, you know what I'm saying, but supporting black people in America. Black people just have to align with other black nationalities, but subcategory. True story, King. Because the world doesn't look at us as separate. They look at us as a whole, as Africans, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but here's the difference even more. She said our black people should own businesses like nail salons. The challenge is this, and I said this in previous conversations. Nail salons, hair stores, or beauty stores. The challenge with it is the community wants the discounted things. You can go get a cheaper nail pedicure, manicure at the Asian store because they are able to get the supplies that they use cheaper because they're connected to the source. When you go to those beauty salons, they can sell things cheaper because they are the source of the product, so they don't have to pay as much. If I got the hookup was a meme, it would be the Asian community. They get everything at low cost, so they can sell it at low cost. But you guys, the black community, and other communities too, have to pay a little premium because they don't have those relationships, or the black community or African Americans do not travel to Korea, do not travel to China, do not travel to Japan to make a direct connection with those companies in order to get that retail that gross price, you know what I'm saying? To get that lowest price that you can pay for something. We don't go to the source and build those relationships. Okay, as much as possible. Okay. I see women paying $600 and $700. I spoke about this the other day. $600 and $700 for Indian hair, and not one has went to Mumbai. Not one has gone over to India to make a relationship with an Indian distributor to get it at low cost. Instead, we're buying from people who are getting we're doing the business all wrong. You know what I'm saying? We are going down to we are getting our resources from the middleman. And the middleman is putting his cut on it. You know what I'm saying? Like, everybody knows, even in the dope game, everybody knows, listen, the dope comes over from overseas, and I don't mean to say it like this, but they bring it in from overseas, and then they give it to somebody who then cuts it up to make a profit, who gives it to somebody else who cuts it up to make a profit. So imagine all of these different sources the same. Yes, the Asians connection with their people, so brown people need to connect with their people, which is Africa. Absolutely. And these same resources that you fly to those other places that I mentioned, Korea, Japan, and all those same resources are available in Africa. You're absolutely right, Joyce. Those resources that you look for in the Asian community, those resources that you go to those Asian communities are available for you in Africa in abundance. I imagine that's the reason why there's such an Asian presence in Africa, is because they are using the resources from Africa and then they're reselling it to other people at a lower price. You get it? And it requires that we do some things differently in order to get the change that we want. What up, Ian? It requires us to do something different if we want different results. So those different things, and this is why Black History Month should be ridiculous this year. And I think everybody set it up. I think the treatment of Kanye, the treatment of Kyrie, and all those different people showing us that our value, even though our money is so pronounced in our community, but the showing that we don't matter that way, it should light a fire under people. It should light a fire under you. Yep, China's investing in Africa and Jamaica big time. Indeed. What did you say, Esteban? Doesn't seem like a problem. Everything in my house made in China. What are we the connect in outside of showcasing our talents? And even at that, we are slaves to the contracts. What do we run? But that's exactly where we're at. What up, Don? Africa has the resources, but we haven't gone to build the relationships. And matter of fact, what up, LA? Here's the real kicker. It's cheaper and less of a hassle to go to Japan, China, and Korea than it is to go to Africa. Y'all do know that, right? Do you know to go to Africa, you got to take a ton of shots? Do you know to go to Africa, that ticket is costly? Well, traveling anywhere costs. That's the deterrent. That's the big wall, is the travel fees. That's the big wall they throw in front of you. But once you get there, your dollar goes a long way, and it means something. You have to travel abroad in order to see it for yourself. But they have a big wall of travel because there's enlightenment in traveling. They don't want you to see these other communities. They don't want you to see how things go. Tashi suggests, let's research one of each thing or area in our community and post on YouTube so we can go back and review. I like that. Be a little more detailed though, Tashi, so I can explain it better. Aubrey says mother's in Africa now. That's what's up. It's a good investment. I believe so. And it's multi-layered. So if in fact you as an entrepreneur decide to invest in a supplier from Africa, not only do you build that supplier up and that company up, you also then are recycling here in our country. You know what I'm saying? A lot of media will deter us from a rich country. They absolutely do. Y'all know, like, I've seen pictures and videos that my friends have taken when they've traveled there. I had a homeboy who was insistent. He was like, "Scrap, you got to come over here, bro. It's not what they showed you. It's not it's not what they tell you. It's not Spears and all this. It's not all countryside. It's actually developed." And he's like, "Yo, you got to get over here." We all have to travel. Let me just say that first and foremost. If you're going to travel everywhere else, yeah, it'll be like a reference book. That's what's up, Tashi. And it's necessary. If you're going to travel to Cancun and you're going to do all these different places, you have to put Africa on your list. I don't care what nationality you are, but you have to travel to Africa. It is the birthplace of humanity. If you don't go to Africa, you don't really care about your lineage that way because it is the birthplace of humanity. Esteban say, "Where's Diddy and Hove? They're always talking black. Excellent. I was expecting LeBron, Serena, MJ, and to stand for Kyrie because they can't. They're involved with the very people that are offended by it. Y'all have to understand that some of these people, if y'all didn't see the video of LeBron James hanging out with the rabbi and those people and kissing his hand and doing all these, holding his hand and all that, y'all got to understand that these athletes have relationships with these people and there's a certain level of protection that they get. Now, I don't want to step too far, but I want to bring it back a little bit. Leah says she's going to Africa in 2023. That's dope. Be a resource when you go. Like, look for different things and find different ways to create that channel that we're missing. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, go. They're in contracts. They ain't free. They're friendly and modernized and extremely beautiful. That's what's up. I've been to Ghana. That's dope. I can't wait to travel over there and just feel the energy, to take off my shoes and just walk on African soil. What are we saying? Like, you have to long for those moments. You have to think about that. Barbara said, "This stuff didn't work for me." What stuff did you try, Barbara? And how did you try it? And when people say that, it be tripping me out. Jackie said, "That's why Ye said he can't mention names because he's not legally obligated to them." That's right. He can say whatever he wants. He's absolutely right. He ain't tied to nobody. So he can have the conversation that's blowing people up. What up, Mike? He can have the conversation that's blowing up the spot. You know what I'm saying? Most people are tied to other people. The model you should have, right? The model you should be having, and everybody should be, to rise above the BS. How many days did you do it for, Barbara? And what did you do? Tell me what you did, Barbara. You got room to type it. We gonna be here. A lot of Africans don't rock with us. I'm around a lot of Nigerians and they look at us like we ain't the same. Esteban, we are not the same. We all come from the same deep root, but they feel like we're stepbrothers. They feel like we're marginalized. They feel like we are spoiled. What up, DJ Dub? They feel like we have it easy. And there's a little bit of envy there, but there's also that right to, you know what I'm saying, that right to that they have to say, "I'm from Africa. You're not. You don't know nothing." And they can say that on a general sense because a lot of us have not been and made the pilgrimage back home. But I guarantee you, and we're disconnected, meaning this. Do y'all know there's an opportunity? I'm watching on YouTube. Y'all can go on YouTube and type in man goes to Africa and speaks African, meaning They have white kids and other black kids that are on YouTube that have learned Igbo, the Igbo language. They've learned how to speak Ethiopian. They've learned to speak the language of the country that we're from that we don't even know. Like, we don't even know the languages of our country. The African community should feel some kind of way, because they're going to say to you, it's not what happened to you, it's what you're doing now as a result of what happened to you. That's the problem, Barbara. It's not 2 tablespoons of vinegar. It's 2 teaspoons, and not cinnamon. And it's not cinnamon right away, and it should be 1 time a day. So you may be compounding it too much. Yeah, and so we look like the bad guy, Happy Hiller. You're absolutely right. But can you say, and I get them. Listen, I get the African community saying, how can you say you miss us, you love us, when you don't invest in what you can invest in about us? How many of you have learned the language? How many of you have thought about the pilgrimage back to go visit at least or come over and see? How many of you are investing in Africa? How many of you are doing anything that shows that you support where you're from? We don't have that. We're not doing that. When I tell you there are communities out there that send money back home, they come here, earn money, and send it back home. Y'all all know communities that do that. Y'all all know the Latin community does that big time. Y'all know they're willing to do the things we're not willing to do. I'm sorry. Like, I've watched people come from other countries and they come over here like rock stars. They come with nothing. And they speed past us so quick it don't make no sense. I'm watching them hit the ground running. They say, I ain't got nothing to lose, I got everything to gain. And that should be the mentality that we have, but we don't have that attitude. We don't have a by any means necessary attitude. Like, yo, some people do. I can't wipe the whole field. And we see those people become a success and we just watch them and think that they're an anomaly, that they're the only ones that have access to it. You and everyone on this live can achieve greatness at the drop of a dime. It just takes your consistency and knowledge. That's it. And then decide to create your own way. Listen, there is no one way to success. You just got to create your own way, because the relationships you build along the way are going to be different. The conversations you have about what you want out of life and your success is going to be different, but you got to do it. True, I have plenty of American friends and they send money, clothes, and food back home all the time. That's right. Africans do that. We don't invest. We don't do our thing. Like, honestly, everyone in here could learn an African language and then decide to go visit that country within that continent. Like, if you truly are, and I'm guilty of it too. I can't speak a lick of nothing other than I speak English and slang awesomely well. I got a tad bit of Spanish and some French that I could communicate should I need to do it. But when it comes, thanks, Curl Goddess. But when it comes to speaking African, the nation I'm attached to, because of what I am, I can't tell you a single doggone word. I can't say a doggone word of African. How does that? Listen, we should be learning Hebrew. We should learn the African languages, and usually the dialects are just a little different. Like, the source of it all is what it is. Sonny laughing at me. We should be learning them, and we should be students of it. Like, here's the irony for you. Most Africans speak 6 or 7 languages. Did y'all know that? Why would Africans learn French? Why would Africans learn Japanese? Why would Africans learn these different things if they didn't have a bigger dream and a bigger goal of reaching out and communicating further? Do y'all know how lit my live would be if I got on here and I was like, as I speak to you all in English, the next thing I broke out was like, hables español un poquito, yo hable, me llamo Dwight. If I just bust out hitting that, just busting Spanish out with y'all, do you know my live would triple by, it would triple with more Latin people coming in here listening to me talk Spanish, and y'all be confused because all the typing in the chat would be Spanish. If I was on here and I was like, arigato, dui deshmu. If I was on here speaking Japanese like that, it'd be packed with Japanese people. But we want to travel the world but not speak the languages of all these other places, and it's available to each one of us. Rosetta Stone telling you all these languages. Do you know my phone, my watch can interpret other languages? If I really wanted to learn, like I'm just saying, we have stopped becoming students the minute we turn 18. The minute we decide to stop going to college, we stop being students to advance our ability to travel the world. I'm gonna tell you, I gotta go to Mexico in next week. Actually, I'm going to Mexico. I'm nervous in a little bit to go to Mexico because I don't speak Spanish. You know, going to Miami is a struggle bus sometimes because Miami is now predominantly Latin. Whether it's from Colombia, Venezuela, Mexico, Puerto Rico, Miami is the capital of the Latino community in the United States. And when I go there, I feel like a foreigner. I literally feel like a foreigner. True story, Sonny. I know they do. I know their second language is English, and they're strong in it. But why do we have a strong first language and we don't have a dominant second language and third language? Because we should be rooted in African just as much as we're rooted in Spanish and Japanese. Like when you travel the world and you think about doing business, I don't know any of you in here who should not be learning those languages if you're trying to grow your business. If we're trying to bring down the price and the cost of goods for our community, then we're going to have to know African so you can go over there and talk the talk and walk the walk and get the deal done. How much respect would they show for you if you went to Africa and you spoke African and you were able to communicate about your wants and needs in a native language that you're in? How savvy do you become? Now you can get the cost of goods brought down low. You can understand the export-import laws a little better, and you can get that product over here to the United States at a lower cost and price to your community here. That's right, Hadass. Ain't that crazy, Joyce, that you can't get that knowledge? Well, you don't have to go to college to get that knowledge. I don't want to support that. I want to say that if you really wanted to get it, you can learn it. There's a college for everybody. It's called YouTube. YouTube College is teaching people how to speak other languages. Rosetta Stone is teaching people how to speak other languages. We just don't make the commitment. And we're indoctrinated by the society that we're in to stick to the quid pro quo, the status pro quo. We just go to the schools that we go to, and the schools that we go to only offer those two. Yeah, there is an app. It's called Musalingo. Musalingo, I don't know if that just teaches Spanish now that I think about it, but Musalingo should be, I think it has a list of, Duolingo. Teaches you several different languages. No, they speak different dialects of African. I don't know. He said, what country they speak African? If you asking an English person, if you ask anybody outside of Africa, that's the language that they're going to tell you is spoken, is African. Now, there's different dialects of the African language, which is like Igbo and different, from the different countries inside the continent. But man, I'm not from there, so it would be useful for you to tell me, hey, they speak these dialects. I'm just telling you what the outside community says. Users on me because I'm not from Africa and I can't articulate to you guys what the languages are within the continent. I can't tell you. All I can tell you is those of us outside of the country say African language. They speak African. I promise you. And whatever you're about to tell us and impart on us about the languages they speak will be new news to a majority of us. Just saying. What up, Tuffy? I'm just saying. So if you would like to, you should probably say what the languages are. You know what I'm saying? We would love to hear it so that people can have an idea of what they want to learn and where they want to learn at. Yeah, they speak many dialects. I know that. Igbo, yep. Swahili, yep. Hebrew, yep. Exactly, Tashi. All of my African friends speak at least languages. I said that earlier, though. I said most Africans speak at least 6 languages. French being one of them, English being another one of them, and then their native language, and the dialects from the different countries around there. But yeah, we're uninformed. But that's always been that's always been the underlying theme of African Americans here in America is we're uninformed. We're disconnected. This is why I think the Nigerians are upset. You know, people who are actually from Africa are upset with African Americans here in America because we haven't tied the shoelaces and brought the marriage of the two together yet. We're okay with being called black. Do you know there's no country called black? We're okay with people with using the term black, although there's no country called black, so we have nothing we're attached to when you allow people to call you black. We are African American, and we're African first, and we're American second. So be mindful of how you communicate. And that's only just a description so that the community that we live in feels better about how they categorize us. They need a category versus saying you're African. If you're African, then that means something totally different in how they have to treat us with the grant system and the things that they do here in America. We need to get established in America first. You are asking too much. No, Brown. See, maybe that's the problem over all these years is that we're renting a room in somebody else's house and we're trying to pay the mortgage. Maybe that's the problem. We're renting a room in someone else's house and we're trying to change the rules of their house. This is where you get the conversation with maybe we need to go to our house where we have a room and a place for us and we design it and build it up and make it a mansion. Maybe that's the conversation. Maybe we've been thinking about this all wrong. See, getting established here is the battle we've been fighting the whole time. You know what I'm saying? Sweetie said, the way you put things in words, Scrap, good one. I mean, I just want you to understand. I just want you to visualize it. Imagine going to somebody else's house who's letting you, who's taking you to their house, put you up in a room, and then you say, I want to change things here. But they own the rest of the house. So how can you change it? Even when we reestablish Black Wall Street, we're still building that in a different room of the house. But it's still their house. And even though it's a stolen property, we don't have the wherewithal to steal it back. For those people who say we were here first and that, we don't have the resources to steal it back. Exactly. For Yuchi, you're right. Our element house is with God, or our alignment. True story. But in order to, God gives us the wisdom to understand that we should be thinking. We should be a thinking people. You know what I mean? We are in somebody else's house trying to change the rules here. Yeah. And they brought us here, and as long as we were subservient, they were okay with us being here. And the moment that we woke up, and as we're waking up, even now, like y'all do, I keep saying this to y'all, man. Y'all think we far removed from the times that challenged us as people. We're not far removed from those times. That's why we still feel the remnants of that kind of control that they had. That's why we still feel the visceral reactions that they have with us when it comes to law enforcement. That's why we still are dealing with that. That's why a majority of the controllers don't look like you. Those that are in position of power look nothing like you, so that they can contain and manage the house. Joyce, that's not even possible. Joyce said if we want our country back, we have to vote outside of the election, not within it, and pick who we want. That just changes the condition of our existence here, Joyce. That just changes how we are able to move around in the room. It doesn't get us the house. We don't get that. Listen, in this story, I want y'all to understand, in this story of our lives here in America, we don't get the house back. We don't get that. We don't get the house back. I'm sorry. And as much as people are supporting us from outside our community, they are not willing to hand it over to us to see what we do with it. Do you know the biggest fear that they have is that we wake up and we decide to do what Dr. Fred Price said? is go to war. Do you know that's the biggest fear they have outside of being a lost community? You know what I mean? Esteban says, I really think we have to do is invest in therapy, schools, and watch how we spend our money and who we shop with. It's not that simple, but those things help us. You know, if therapy did anything, if good therapy was out there, it would unlock your desire to move and build correctly. It would lock you into a thought process that says, this over here that I'm doing is not beneficial to the overall grand scheme of things. This isn't even beneficial for me as individually, let alone the community. So I've never looked at it like Jocelyn. Joyce, I've never looked at it like, yo, we gonna regain our country. I look at it like you should empower yourself to live above the BS and then be able to pull other people to do that. What up, Sajel? You feel me? Like the your mantra and what you work for and is so what up, Miss Michelle? Is so that you can live above the BS. You got to get above the BS. Once you're above the BS, what up, Cheryl? You can look at things differently, but you got to get above it to see it. It's almost like a rain cloud. We're existing underneath this rain cloud, and y'all don't know it's sunny on the other side. And when you see this, and when you're up above the rain cloud and you can see things differently, you can respond and react and plan differently. But we can't get above that collectively. We can't get above that rain cloud. It's always been there. You know what I mean? So that's part of it. And then sometimes it takes you saying, let me remove myself from the place that I am in order to get a better view. And that's where traveling comes in. That's when traveling, yes, travel to Africa. If you can't afford to travel to Africa, travel to Mexico. If you can't afford to travel to Mexico, travel to Jamaica or Barbados or the Virgin Islands. Get out of Dodge so that you can see things a little differently. Y'all are standing in the same spot expecting for something different to come by you or come in front of you. You're not making any effort to change your perspective of your view. Finances does that. Getting your finances together, that helps. Why? Because it affords you the opportunity to go places you've never been before and to do some things you've never done before. I'll be doggone it if I go on a trip and don't explore and do some of the excursions and lose myself in the moment while I'm there. Because I want to experience the culture, because I need to get it on me so that I can take that with me and share it with other people and then say, yo, there's more out there. And we're all responsible for not only sharing those adventures. That's the only cool thing about, some of the social media is that you can show people things they've never seen before, and hopefully it'll inspire them to want to go versus inspire jealousy and envy that you're there. Yeah, you got to get out. You can't just stay on the island. You know what I'm saying? You got to get out. You know what I'm saying? And experience the culture, because it's those other cultures that you'll find your influence in. Now, everywhere I've been, I promise you, I've traveled a lot. Everywhere I've been, I've seen our influence as a community on other kids. If y'all don't understand how crazy our music culture is everywhere else, there's not a country you can't go to where they're not playing hip hop. There's not a country you can't go to where they're not supporting R&B, and they support R&B more than we support it here. They support R&B in such a way it's ridiculous. Yeah, America, I like that, Mike. Mike said America's greatest fear is that we all want to leave, is that if the black people leave here, that we'll take our culture with us. And y'all don't understand, that is a real fear. What up, Dove? Like that, listen, because we offer so much more than just our dollar, we offer up so much more that we have, if I had to sum it up, I say the way we deal, we have low self-esteem in this country. Exactly, Joyce. There's no way you shouldn't be traveling and getting out into the city and meeting and going through like the countryside if you can safely, because there are people in those other countries that are, handling and doing business that you can then capitalize on it. I saw this one video the other day where this young lady was in, it was in an African country, and this kid, he couldn't have been more than, I think he was 15 years old. And you guys might have seen this meme. And this lady is freaking out because the artwork from this kid was bananas. And I was like, yo, where's this kid at? Because I will travel there, pay him what he's asking for that artwork, and then I would resell that artwork for thousands upon thousands of dollars more. And I kick him out once I sold it. Of course, I kick him back another percentage. But there are other countries with artisans in different, ways of art and music and things that are looking for you to do business with them. You know what I mean? There are so many opportunities for us to be entrepreneurs and to help build community, but also build, build businesses where you don't even have to be the creative source behind it. That's what's being done to us in America on a regular basis. We are the ones who are creating the culture. We're creating the businesses, and then we're handing it over to other people. We have low self-esteem in this country. There's no other way to put it. We have low self-esteem in this country, and if we wanted to add another L word to it, we could say we're lazy because we don't want to do the things that other communities do in our country. We're watching people do it. Look, I've had maybe three house cleaning services, all of them from the Latin community. I've had lawn care services, all from the Latin community. And the crazy part is, when I first moved to this area, I was like, I want to have a black family, a black kid mow my lawn and take care of it. This little bastard, he stole my money. I paid him to do the job, and he didn't do the job, and I had to go look for this kid and admonish him and his dad, like, yo, what is your son doing, bro? He was supposed to do something and he didn't do it. And now now when I reach out to him to get it done, he wanted, I know where you work at. I know your regular job, and I'm coming up to it because I don't play them games. So we gotta do better, but we gotta put ourselves in those positions. Like, I don't know why there isn't multiple lawn care services competing with the Spanish agricultural specialists that I've seen. These 15 and 16-year-olds need to get lawnmowers, period. Like, there are small businesses that could be created for kids to be entrepreneurs and create their own income and start investing in themselves in other ways. But they're they're so lazy, they want to take their parents' money and not do their own thing, and not only understanding the strain that they're putting on the community. But anyway, there are opportunities when you travel. I think everybody should travel. Everybody should travel so you can see the other side of the world, and you can see it's bigger than just you, and you can see that there are people who struggle just like you struggle in their own community, so you're not alone. But there are also people who can help in situations that can help you thrive. It is about to be 10 o'clock. At 10 o'clock, I'm gonna drink my apple cider vinegar, y'all. It is 10 o'clock on Tuesday, November 15th. It is 44 degrees here in Atlanta, Georgia. I'm drinking my apple cider vinegar drink. I don't know if y'all drank y'all this morning. While I drink this, can y'all share the live? Can y'all hit the like button? If you guys are going to participate in gift giving or subscribing or cash apping, y'all could do that right now while I'm taking this drink or whatnot. I appreciate everybody showing up so far. It is 10 o'clock. Yo, I appreciate that, LaRon with the super sticker on YouTube. I appreciate that, my boy. I appreciate that. LaRon always show up and show out, man. I appreciate that. There we go. So if y'all didn't know how to drink it, that was it. You take it straight to the head. Payow. No hesitation. You just drink it straight down. Excuse me. It's going to make you burp. You can feel it create that reservoir in your stomach. I can feel it go all through my body. And I start to, you drink it straight down, D. That's the most effective way to take it and to drink it. And within the next hour or hour and a half, you know what I'm saying, I know I'm going to be in the bathroom. This is just how it works. Excuse me. Yeah, man. So, also, man, I want to make sure I announce this tomorrow. Tomorrow we got something really dope in store for y'all. It's a 3-part series because we can't fit all the information into one. D said it took him an hour to drink this morning. Why? It shouldn't take you. You seen what I just did. It's a little chilled. It's not even at room temperature. It's easy to take to the head, shake it up, bow, and drink it straight down. You know what I'm saying? That should be easy. Yeah, that's why you got to drink it all at once. So before the distractions or before you have to have those responsibilities kick in, you take it to the head. You see right now, you see how long it took me? All of less than a minute, 30 seconds. Yeah. All right. Till later, Sonny. It looks like you bailing out. Yeah, till tomorrow. So with that being said, right? The conversation today has been about slowing your roll, is not being quick to react, right? So tomorrow, I love you. Tomorrow, it's only a day away. Yeah, that's one of my favorite songs too. The sun'll come out tomorrow. Bet your bottom dollar on tomorrow. Yeah, it gets easier the more you do it. So, as we are moving through this whole thing, right? Slowing your roll, being pretty chill and not quick to react. I think that's a lesson that's being taught to everybody, right? Is to just relax, but still be doing things. I know how they say, what is it? Aggressively patient. Excuse me. Meaning you're, and y'all have to excuse me, the drink makes you burp or makes you fart, and then it and that's clearing out the airway passages or whatever. These are the things that you're going to experience when you drink it straight down like that. And then it starts, it's nothing wrong with you, Stormy. I enjoy it too. Did you see me not enjoy it? You are not alone. I am here with you. Though you're far away. I enjoy it too. You know what I'm saying? And most people on the live enjoy it. But it shoots through your system and it works better that way. It works, you know what I mean? Trust me. Like I said, and you feel it like the whole time that I converse with you guys, I start feeling it working. I feel it reacting in my body. I'm like, okay, yeah. You could do 2 drinks a day, night and morning, but you have to do it on an empty stomach when you do it. So in the evening, D, hopefully you're eating dinner 5, 6, maybe 7 at the latest. That way you can, after you eat, you can move around and do the last things that you need to do to prepare for bed, but you also move around so much that you have to go to, do a number 2. You get that number 2 out of your system, and then you drink it again, and now you go to sleep after that. It will be working and moving through and clearing out anything else, but it also gets you set so that you have a amazing fasted sleep. In your fasting, your body will need energy. It can't take from anything in your system because you got it out. It will then take from the stored fat that you have that is on your belly button, your fupa. I mean, not your belly button, but your tire, your fupa, and all those places. It'll start removing the fat permanently from there. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. And my voice is a little hoarse right now, Miss Michelle. What I do find, though, is that my hoarse voice, when I sing with it, it has a different kind of structure and power to it. And I've done some amazing songs with my voices like that. What up, Savannah? Listen, if you're just joining my live for the first time ever, man, hit the like button, hit the share button, but also hit the follow button. Now, I would love for everybody here who's on this live right now on Instagram and TikTok to go to my profile and follow me, subscribe on YouTube. It's so important that y'all subscribe on YouTube because I'm going to do, if you missed it last night, right? Last night, Paris came through and my boy Haywan jumped on the live. If none of you guys, thanks MK, if IMK, I'm sorry, I said MK. IMK, thank you so much. Yeah, they're definitely natural, but people don't talk about it. I will, Cheryl. Listen, Cheryl, if you go look at some of my past videos, I take y'all to the bathroom with me. I just don't gross y'all out when I do it, but I take y'all to the bathroom with me because it's important that we be transparent, right? But last night, you can watch the replay of last night on my YouTube channel. But last night I had 2 guests, one in person and one that joined us via the interview style that I'm going to be introducing on my YouTube channel. This is why it's important for you guys to follow on YouTube and subscribe on YouTube and turn notifications on always, because the view and conversation that I'm setting up, I'm about to buy 2 more cameras. I want to get 2 more cameras so that we can have a full-on broadcasting view and look where one camera can be specifically on my guest, one can be on me sometimes, and then one could be on both of us. Izzy said, what are some good meal plans? Well, after you have your initial digestive movement in the morning, I would suggest a yogurt, some oatmeal, a smoothie, something that's going to be easy to digest and go through your body. We know soups are good and all those kind of things make life easier on your body. So then I would that'll be my first meal. My second meal, which would probably be around, like if I went off my schedule today, I drank my apple cider vinegar at 10. I'm probably gonna be in the bathroom by 11:30. So by noon, it'll be time for my first meal, which usually is yogurt with a granola. Sometimes I'll even eat a bagel. You know what I'm saying? Remember, you can she said, what if you can't have one? I have done eggs, but if I do them as egg whites only, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't do the yolk. 2 to 3 egg whites with, again, you can eat what you want, just eat in moderation and try to eat as clean as you can. And you can have a movement, it may not happen right away, but you're training or retraining your body to get back to a place where it could be as active as it needs to be. Now, in doing that, you can't just drink the drink and do what I'm doing and sit here like this. The moment I get up and start moving around, now that it's settling, I can feel it, I know I'm going to be in the bathroom. Yes, you could do a protein shake for your first meal. Your lunch, make sure your lunch has some greens in it. Like your lunch should, a really good solid lunch for anybody who's really trying to manage their health and wealth is a great soup. You know what I'm saying? A vegetable soup is always good. For men, tomato soup is good because it helps with the prostate. But you can also do a salad. You can add a protein to it, chicken or shrimp or salmon. But stay away from red meat as much as you can. You know what I'm saying? Though red meat and pork, you want to avoid as much as possible throughout this whole process. Red meat and pork stick to your body more, and they're really high in. They really are not agents of health. You know what I'm saying? And if you do a steak, and I don't mean doo-doo. So anyway, if you do eat a steak, it has to be like a lean steak that has little to no fat in it. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. I drank mine 2 hours ago, took a 30-minute walk, and still nothing. It's coming, D. Don't. It's coming. And here's the thing. And if it doesn't, just know that the properties of the apple cider vinegar and the lemon is working. Understand it's still working. Yeah, and you could promote it by drinking some more water. What she said her lunch was? Her lunch was salmon, Brussels sprouts, and a salad. That's dope. That's a really good, healthy move there, Stormy. And if you couple that with any cardio, you win it. Yeah. If you couple that with any cardio, you are winning. You know what I'm saying? And that's the other part for the person that was saying they haven't had a movement. Then increase your activity. Your body has to respond. And if you are compacted, give it grace. Meaning if you go every 3 or 4 days regularly, then you know that you got to be more consistent at this than your system is. If your system is on a 3-day movement, then you got to be more consistent to where it's now on a, because of how much you are ingesting the apple cider vinegar and the lemon and the drink, that it's going to change that regularity. But you got to be consistent with it as much as you want the result. And you can do that. That's not a problem. I'm not worried about that. Consistency is going to be the easy part for you guys. But putting your body on a schedule, like I know my schedule. You know what I'm saying? Yep, that's dope. Yep, that's a good regimen, Stormy. I know my schedule. But you could do it in the morning, LA. If you missed it last night, just do it in the morning on an empty stomach. At the point of your stomach being empty is when you should do it. You know what I'm saying? But the being consistent is what's going to change things for you in your body. Like I can tell you, it just takes consistency. And that's the same with the training and anything else that you do. But find ways to be active. Like the immobility is what's making people get on the struggle bus. Izzy said, I'm 270. I'm trying to drop down to 200. I know it's a hard process and a lot of consistency. Yes, it is. But Izzy, guess what? One of the easiest things is your body does not want to carry that excessive weight. It doesn't want to carry the 70 pounds that you want to lose. So just getting started alone is going to promote the change that you want. Being consistent is going to support that. And then when you get to an area where it may be the struggle bus, where you start to plateau, then you're going to have to increase something in another area. Meaning, if you're doing 30 minutes of cardio on the way down to your plateauing point, then increase it to an hour and then eat a little cleaner or swap out bread or swap out crackers or swap out something that's still consistent in your diet and then watch it drop again. But you got to be, everything has to be to promote that change that you want. And it's a journey. You didn't get 270 overnight. You know what I mean? Mylene said this last night, which is always going to resound in these conversations, is you just have to take your time. And I like Sonny's suggestion, right? As often as you can put your body into a fasting state, the more it's going to use the stored fat for energy. And that stored fat, when you get rid of it, is the true getting rid of pounds. It's the true getting rid of that weight numerically that you want. Now, I'm going to tell you, if you want to drop down 270, don't look at the scale for 3 to 6 months while doing everything you need to do. Now, mind you, if you're going to add weight training to this regimen, your muscle mass weighs more than fat. So that may adjust what you feel in terms of if you looked at a scale. And this is why I'm telling you, run away from the scale. Just manage to work for the results that you see. And then when I would tell you every 3 months, look at the scale. Don't look at it every day. Don't look at it every week. For the results that you want, just know that you're going to see them physically first. Or that should be one of your tests, is that you see it physically first. Yeah, you will feel the difference before you see the difference. And then seeing the difference will be the next step. And then actually looking at, having the realization of those. That's, you know what I'm saying? Yep, let your clothes tell you what's going on. That's one of the most amazing feelings, is when you know, like, you don't, like I told you, one of the things that was a revelation for me was, I dropped a whole size of clothing, but I tried on something that was, that I could wear at one point, and I tried it on and it fit, and it never had fit before. Like, I got to a point where I tried it on, I was like, yep, can't wear this no more. And then, what it was I had to do what's called a self-tape for acting, which is where they send you what they want you to say, and they send you a script and you got to record yourself. That's where LaRon LA said it works for my blood pressure as well. That's what's up. Indeed it does. You know what I mean? So I tried on this shirt. I had to put on a jean shirt for this commercial, but I hadn't had, I got a jean shirt that I had bought a long time ago, and I knew it wasn't gonna fit. So the way I planned on wearing it, I was gonna wear a white t-shirt and leave the buttons open and do it that way, just roll up the sleeves. I went to put this shirt on, and I was like, hold on, let me see something. And I went to button it up, and it buttoned up, and I was like, yo, all this running, all this working out, all this eating correctly, all this, drinking my apple cider vinegar, all this stuff is working. What? Because I don't get on the scale. So the only way I know is by the way my clothes fit. And when I did it, I was like, yo, now it made me go even harder, because I was like, yo, this, it's about the consistency at that point. It's about, managing. And now I'm going to tell you, there will be hurdles, right? Your body will adjust. You will have some pain every now and again, and you got to push through the pain. Tell LaRon, add grapefruit in his regimen if he does not already. So they said throw some grapefruit in there, LA. Throw some grapefruit in there. Throw some grapefruit in your regimen. And that's a good meal replacement too. If you get the red grapefruit, the big joints, cut it in half. Take half of it with you for a meal replacement. You know what I'm saying? Just spoon that joint out. You know what I'm saying? There are several ways to manage activity in your body and to eat. The red grapefruit is what I like. Yeah, what up, Alpha? There are different ways to do it. I guarantee 10 to 15 pounds in the first week. Wow, that's what's up. I just look at how my clothes fit. I got into a pair of jeans that I couldn't fit. Yep. That's such a crazy feeling, like, because it's a realization of the work that you're doing, and that's the part that lights the fire, that makes you go harder. You know what I mean? Yeah, Strictly Biz. Like, it's a crazy feeling when you are actually doing the work, and then you see the product of your work in places that you didn't realize that you would see it. Yeah, LA said, I didn't see the broadcast last night. I got to check it out after you go offline. Yeah, it's so last night's conversation is available, as are all of the conversations. They are not replayable on Instagram. They are replayable on YouTube. I want to try adding turmeric, but I'm afraid I won't like the taste and end up wasting it. Well, that's just one though. Like, look, listen, Red, that's just one. Just try it once. and see if, and if it tastes okay, then you can try it again. And then try it again. And then you can start measuring what the results are from it. You know what I mean? Think about all the things they tell you not to consume with meds and add it to a reason they say not to eat. Yeah, that should be a driving force of it as well. Have you tried it that way, and is it palatable? I have not remixed this at all. I have not tried this. I have not added anything. I've done cayenne pepper before, and I realized I just don't like how spicy it is. It makes things feel like it's on fire. You know what I'm saying? So I don't do that. What up, BJ? I don't BLG. I don't do that often, right? I don't do cayenne pepper in it often. So I just kind of chill out and just do I haven't done cinnamon or any of those things. I'll let y'all do those things and let me know how it works out. Tashi says she's been doing limes and cayenne and she's liking the taste. All right, go ahead, girl. Cinnamon helps with the bitterness. Dope, Goldie. Alpha's about to make his drink. I already drank mine at 10 o'clock, but I can feel the effects of it working through my body right now. You know what I'm saying? And I know I'm going to be running to the bathroom when we get off. Today is my second day drinking this, and let me tell you, OMG, Chani, that's funny. Go ahead, Chani, talk to us, man. What's going on? What's the word? What's the word on the streets? I know you probably having a moment. Yo, for all y'all who are being consistent. Yeah. So if y'all don't know why I haven't been using a lot of the effects and the stuff that I like to use to drive this podcast, something is going on with this particular unit that if I touch one of the pads, like 2 pads plays. So I'm waiting to get a new unit tomorrow. It may come today, but I'll have it tomorrow for sure. Do the other supplements after the apple cider vinegar. Yeah, about an hour afterwards. I know I'm at least 5 pounds lighter. Chani, that is hilarious. Don't nobody go in there for at least 45 minutes. Woo! I tried it. I could hardly get down with that cayenne pepper. Yeah, Red, I couldn't do it, man. We from the same school. I was like, I can't front, man. I felt it, though. Like, honestly, when you add the cayenne pepper, when y'all talk about a boost to your system, that thing goes pow almost immediately. And some of y'all probably wiping sweat from y'all forehead when y'all do it with the cayenne pepper. Like it ignites your body so fast, and so like it turns, it's the on switch. It's crazy. My problem with that is the reason why I stopped doing it is because I know I couldn't be consistent. It's just a pinch. Yeah. Yeah, it's only a pinch. I know I could not be consistent with it just because of how I can't do it. And that's the bigger part about what this is and what I want to make sure y'all are understanding. You are doing and implementing something in your life that you can do consistently. Nothing in life is manageable when it's not consistent, when there's not a level of consistency to it. So you got to be consistent at it if you're trying to see results. If you don't care about results, then you could be as sketchy as you want to be with how often you do it. But your body ain't gonna lie. People gonna be able to see it. You'll be able to see it. You don't want to lie to yourself. And what's the point of to me, it's like, what's the point in going to the gym if you ain't gonna leave it all in the gym every time you go? What's the point in going to the gym? Like, I be seeing people in the gym that don't sweat. I don't understand that. What up, Jesse? Hey, Jessica, what's the girl's name that used to be in your group that did, I don't know, did her and Alan get married? What's her name? I can't remember her name. And is she still around? Give me some background on her. That's funny. Stormy said going to get some cayenne pepper. Watch, when you try it, if you ain't tried it, Stormy, it's gonna light you straight up. Like, it's gonna get your system going right away. But I gotta do stuff that, and this is why I really want y'all to manage that. You gotta do something that you can do consistently, period. Okay, that's her name, Nikki. Yeah. You speak to her at all? And if so, get me in contact with her. I want to chop it up with her. You got to be consistent. Like, any change you want, no matter what it is that you're doing, you have to show up and be disciplined for it. But I don't understand going to the gym and I see people who don't sweat, and then people look at me like I'm crazy because I'm busting a sweat. Partly because I'm drinking a lot of water too. So add that to your regimen. Okay, I appreciate that. Y'all have to drink more water throughout the day. But just drinking water and not being active, if there's a word that I could impart on y'all that I want y'all to continue to do, is be active, be active, be active. Jesse, I don't know if you're on TikTok, man, but if you are, Follow my TikTok. It's the same name, Dwight_Scrap_Reynolds. But follow me on TikTok so you can join the conversation over here. We have the engagement is way crazier than Instagram. And I'm gonna do a conversation about that as well. I'm gonna do a conversation about the parallels of the engagement on each of these platforms so people can understand better. It may just it'll be in podcast form, so it'll be like an hour-long conversation, hour and 15 minutes. And I'll make it replayable as I'm setting up my system now so that I can offer these conversations on Spotify. Yo, what up? I see my boy Chef in the building. What's happening? One of the dopest vocalists, Chef. Type in where your new song is at. He's got a song that's so beautiful, y'all. And when y'all hear these harmonies, let me think. Is there a way I can play it? Let me see something. Oh, where do we go from here? I gotta find this. I want y'all to hear this song, man. I'm trying to think, where would it's be in my messages. Yeah, it should be in my messages. I need y'all to hear this song. This song is amazing. Where do we go from here? Whoa. I got to make sure it's over here in my messages, though. Chef, resend me the song to my, text it to me. Text me the song again. I want y'all to hear this song. This song is amazing. And I think he just released it. It's a current release. Yes, Chef, text it to my phone so that I have it as a current message. Right now, it's somewhere buried in there and I can't find it. And I can't use either one of my phones to get it so people can hear it. I found a 12-pack of 8-ounce mason jars at Dollar General for $9 to start my, that's dope, AKP. So Dollar General, y'all, he said it's on all streaming platforms. Maybe I can do it that way. Let me see if I can find it this way. Let me see. Because I want to be able to play it back through my system. Let's see. Let me open another window, new window. Let's go to you. So I can go to Apple Music and find it. Is that what you're saying? Where do we go from here? Whoa. This song is so beautiful. I need y'all to hear this right quick. Is it under Chef Ro Music? True story, Everett. Okay, there you go. He just sent it directly to me. Okay, there we go. Really blow up. And then his name is Ethan Chef Phoenix. Yeah, Ethan Chef Phoenix. We call him Chef. But ETHANCHEFFPHEONIX. Chef, we're on TikTok. I don't know if you got your TikTok page yet, but I'm gonna type his name in and the name of the song right now. Heart Needs a Home. I'm gonna type it in for y'all right now. Ethan Chef Phoenix. Nah, man, they love the record, bro. And here's it. Heart Needs a Home. It's available on all DSPs. Where do we go from here? Whoa, oh. There's only one F in Chef in the music app. Okay, it's only one F, Chef. Man, why you gonna type it with two Fs? It got me all messed up. Okay, it's one F. Red, you found it? Listen, one of the other things you can do when y'all spend your actual currency, use your social digital currency, leave a comment, give it 5 stars, and share it with your community. I think it's when we talk about getting and distributing great music and what people need to hear, you know what I'm saying, then we need to put those things out there, you know what I'm saying? Yep, and he has another single, yep, called Life. There you go. That's what I'm talking about. Chef, they schooling me right now on all your releases. I love it. That's Life. That's the name of the other single. So when y'all type in Chef on there, you'll see it say he has a song called Heart Needs a Home, which is the one you just got through listening to, and he got ones called That's Life. But again, we're responsible for introducing and adding that platform for new music that we enjoy. A lot of times we complain about the hip hop that's out there and whatnot, and we don't put we don't put forth the effort to exploit the music that we really enjoy. And you're right, it is one F. Everett, I thought y'all listen. I hope y'all know. Miss Michelle says she got both songs. That's what's up. That's how you support. Anywhere that you can leave a comment on it, make sure y'all do that as well. Everett, I thought you knew. Everett's fronting like I don't do what I do. You know what I'm saying? Everett, man, I sing, man. Like, I told you I was in a group with this guy. You know, he made me better. You know what I'm saying? When you got talent like his around, you can't help but level up. I was the fourth best singer in the 4-man group, but I was there. You know what I'm saying? Everybody else sang better than me. What is that? I don't know where that's coming from. Hold on, I don't know where that's coming from. Let me see something. I don't know why this started on its own. Shoot. Why did my music app just start all on its own? Yeah, I mean, I do a little something, you know what I'm saying? If you searching for my music, listen, I want to keep this focused on Chef right now though. I need y'all to support Chef and whatnot. We can get to my music in another conversation, but I just want to I don't want to listen, I don't like doing that, right? I don't like what you're not gonna catch me doing, which I think is crazy, is you're not gonna catch me introducing somebody else's music and then insert my music in there as well. It's almost like somebody giving you a massage and then they turn around and ask for a massage. You know what I'm saying? No, man, I'm gonna let him have his moment. This is the massage for my homie Chef. You know what I'm saying? It's a beautiful record. You know what I mean? I hate it. Look, this is what I love. I love he only sent me a snippet. I love that he sent me a snippet. You know what I'm saying? Because I want to hear more of it. You know what I'm saying? But I don't compound moments, y'all. Like I really want to make sure that when we're giving somebody a moment, and this is probably something we all should champion in the future, is when we're giving somebody a moment, man, let's let them have that moment and let's not try to, compound it. I just think it's important, you know what I'm saying, that he the timing, the fact that he was able to show up on the live and then, allow us to hear this beautiful song, you know what I'm saying? I love it. You know what I mean? Yeah, he got real skills and he sound like that or better live. That was one of the things about our group that was super duper dope and special, is that when we performed, we sounded like the songs that we cut. You know what I'm saying? Like, again, if y'all think I can sing, remember, I'm the fourth best vocalist in the group. You can follow him at Chef Roll Music. So CHEFFRO Music, Chef Roll Music. So it is 2 F's in that one. I'm gonna have to get him up on his branding. You know what I'm saying? Like, bro. Yeah. So our group consisted of this, and maybe y'all will get a chance to meet some of the other members, right? So you had Pat, who always reminded me of like Phil Perry, because he always had this high dope tone at his high register. Then you had Gus, who sounded like James Ingram, had a strong like, you got what I need. He had that. He probably had the strongest voice out of all of us. And then you had Heath, which was like the velvet teddy bear. So he always sounded like Luther Vandross. And I know I can get Heath on this live. Once I get Heath on here, Heath will sing to y'all. Y'all be like, oh my God. Heath has his own podcast too, called The Mental something podcast. I just sent him, let me see. The Mental Show podcast. That's it. The Mental Show, where they talk about love and relationships and stuff like that. But imagine that dynamic, right? You got these three individuals. You got Phil Perry, James Ingram, and Luther Vandross all in a group together. You know what I'm saying? All right, Cabbage. Appreciate you stopping in. Make sure you follow me, turn on notifications, subscribe to YouTube before you go, and then hit the like button a few times and share the live. That's not too much to ask for, is it? I just gave her a whole manifesto. Make sure you do this, do that, do this, do that, do that, and then you can go. I be holding y'all hostage. I know I do, man, but it's all good. It's all love. Have an amazing meeting with your staff. But yeah, so it's a beautiful record. I can't say enough about that record. From the first moment he played that record to me, I was like, bro, that record is off the chain. You know, and I've been trying to stand in the fold with him to make sure, you know, he makes all the right steps and he is able to exploit this correctly. But part of it is also the community, right? The cool thing is that we have an opportunity to spend some social digital currency to change his situation as the public perceives it. Meaning, if we support this record correctly, we start giving those records that we want to hear. Yeah, he wrote and produced it himself. We start giving those records an opportunity to be heard. What up, Moroccan Queen? Moroccan Queen is one of my Clubhouse sisters or whatnot. Eventually, she gonna come on my live here, and we gonna get on live, and we can talk love and relationships. We both had serious relationship shows on Clubhouse, and hers is still going strong. So if you're on Clubhouse, follow the Moroccan Queen. I'll see if she can, you know what I'm saying? We had big plans, but Clubhouse changed its culture, which kind of affected those plans as well. But now that I'm on TikTok and on YouTube and things are flourishing, I'd love to have you come hang out with me, Moroccan Queen. What's up? Anyway, I'm glad you found it too, Tamara. I hope you shared. I hope you enjoyed it so much that you're like, yo, let me tell some people about it. Let me put some people up on this channel and let me show up and be more consistent as well. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, I was fortunate enough, Lene, to be around a really dope group of talented individuals. And I'll give you the story, right? This is how we all got together. So I was already in a very popular group in Flint, Michigan. I was in a group that could dance. Like, I can dance. I don't even be showing y'all. And I'm not finna be on TikTok creating dance videos, although I could turn that shit out. Excuse my language. But I was in a very dance performance-based group. So we was doing stuff like New Edition. We was doing all the New Edition steps. You know what I'm saying? We was doing those. We were doing Guy. We were doing a bunch of really dope choreographed shows, to the point where we were probably the best group in the city. Now, at the time, we were being shown to do everything else. Now, we weren't a harmonizing group. This was a performance group. So we had one lead singer and then everybody else backed him up. And so we were doing shows all the time. And then finally, we got chased off the stage at one in a rival city we were performing. We got chased off the stage because of the introduction that the guy gave us. He was like, they're the best group in Flint, Michigan, and all the ladies, da-da-da. And sure enough, all the women loved us because we were handsome, right? We were a handsome group of dudes up here dancing and performing and killing it. We had to get a police escort out of there, and then we were preparing for the biggest show, which was at the Whiting Auditorium, which is like this big show where the whole city competes. Well, it must not have been in the cards because we got on stage and everything that could have went wrong. Meaning, and it was stupid stuff like this. One of the members forgot to put lotion on his legs, and we came out in robes. You know what I'm saying? So people clowned him about having ashy legs. One of the wheels on the bed that we rolled out got stuck, so the bed was going in a circle. I cannot make this up. The microphones was tripping. All kind of stuff went wrong. So we was getting clowned. After that night, we was getting clowned about it. So we had, word went throughout the city that, you know what I'm saying, that we had a horrible show. Because mind you, when you're on top, everybody's looking at you and waiting on you to fail. Now, we had done numerous shows. Like, we was performing everywhere. People were coming out just to see us. And we had a horrible show. It was hilariously funny to me. But it was so bad that one of the members was like, I quit. I'm finna join the military. He was like, I'm finna join the military. The other was like, man, I'm finna get a job. I can't keep doing this. They were so discouraged. And I was like, yo, I'm just like, that one show shouldn't be the determining factor on how we handle things. You know what I'm saying? So I'm at home. It's about midnight. And I'm on the phone with this dude named Gus. Now, if you've been on my YouTube channel, y'all seen Gus pop in. His name is Seymour. Y'all will see him come on that live every now and again. Or on my Instagram, he'll come in and pop in. So I'm on stage. I'm at home. It's midnight. And I get a call. Gus is like, hey, man, heard about what happened to the group, man. Is it all right if we fall through? Now, mind you, I ain't even friends with Gus like that. Like, I just know Gus because he used to play the drums in another band that was connected to the family of the group that I was in. And so I was like, yeah, I guess, So he comes through, pulls up. He's like, yo, come outside when I get there. It's like 12:30 now, 1 o'clock at night. I'm at my mom is there. You know what I'm saying? Like, and this is unheard of. So I go outside. I get in the car. It's Pat Sheffro that just got through playing his song. It's Heath and it's him. And he was like, yo, heard what happened to the group, man. I want to know if you wanted to join our group. Now I don't know how he heard whether I could sing or do anything, but it was something, he just fell through. It was like, yo, and I was like, y'all group, what kind of group y'all got? He's like, yo, we do like barbershop harmony. He's like, we do barbershop, what's called barbershop gospel harmony. And I was like, okay, what in the hell is that? What up, Kiana? And they started singing. So he starts out, he's like, all right, y'all, let's do it. So he goes 1, 2, 3, and he starts going shadum dum dum da dum shadum dum dum da dum like that. And then Pat and Gus go do 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 yo like that, and they doing it in harmony. I'm like, yo, what is this? And then they start singing the song. This is barbershop gossip. What you see is what you get, and you ain't seen nothing yet. And they went through this whole song, and I'm sitting here blown away because I was in Michigan, in Flint rather. It was all about performance groups. Like there were so many dance groups, there were so many performance groups there, but not really any really based off real singing talent. And each one of them did their lead part, and I was like, yo, this is different. And I couldn't even figure out how I was gonna fit in because I was like, you know what I'm saying? Pat says, I'll sing opera if I have to. Yeah, indeed. Like he could bust out into some what's the boy name? The tenor. He could bust out of that in a heartbeat. So these dudes, I'm like, yo, I'm not mind you, I had done everything. I beatboxed, I rapped, I danced, but I ain't never really thought about singing. So here I am. He's asking me to be the 4th best singer in this group. And I'm like, okay, cool, I'll do it. You know what I mean? And then we went to practicing. We didn't even practice that long, right? Before we started sounding amazingly good together. It just all was making sense. Everybody knew their roles. I knew I was never going to sing lead. Like I knew that was planted in my head. It was like, I didn't even have the confidence to do it. I was comfortable sitting in the back. I was the Devontae of the group. I was like, I'll produce and then I'll just talk. I'll talk the sexy talk. You know what I'm saying? That'd be my part to say, y'all know y'all really want to do this, right? Come here, girl. I was confident and cool with just doing that because everybody had a role. Everybody knew their role. And, we went from there. So we put out somebody has a CD of our songs. If y'all could hear it, y'all be like, yo, it was pretty dope. I got to give it to us. The CD we put out was really, really dope. We did a bunch of shows, man. We opened for some plays. We were asked to travel to North Carolina. We were going to open for Whitney when it was the plan was to sing and be a part of the Nelson Mandela when he got inaugurated. Well, not inaugurated. When Nelson Mandela got freed, remember they did this big concert for him and Whitney Houston was there. Well, we were gonna travel and open for Whitney to do that because our harmonies and stuff was so dope. But that's a whole nother story because one of the members was a little overzealous when we got to North Carolina and they sent us back home. That's a whole nother story in itself. We were so mad that the one member messed it up for all of us. It was wrong what happened. It was wrong. When we left there, man, we were so mad. We drove 2 cars down there, and in one car that he was riding in, Heath was so mad he rolled the window down and he just made it cold when he was trying to sleep. It was wrong. Like I could tell you, we were so mad. We kicked him out of the group when we got home, man. It was wrong. Hey, this life is awesome. He never begs for roses. He just speaks truth. Yeah, like family. Yeah, Tuffy. I mean, that's pretty much it. I do tell y'all, listen, support the live, whether it's with likes or with shares or by live gifting or cash apping, just support the live some way to say that you were here, that you left your mark, that you were a part of it. I think it's important that as you guys involve yourself with these lives or you decide to support one of the hosts, that you continue that support in the smallest of ways, like I said, which is a social digital currency, which means a lot. I know it's not a little thing, it's a big thing in the grand scheme of things. But as you guys do different things, and your cash support is always welcome and it's always cool. I want to shout out to LaRon because LaRon, every since LaRon has showed up and I've communicated about the support channels, LaRon has always showed up. So several of you have too, Talshi, Miss Cheryl, Rose, Jersey, Sunny, all you got. There's so many to name off that you guys have been rock stars. You know what I'm saying? What up, Lady Key? Y'all have been rock stars in your level of support, and I can't ask for enough. I can't say thank you enough for that support. You know what I'm saying? Nah, and Tuffy, I know you do in other ways. Just your conversation, you know what I'm saying, is important. How you like the channel, how you share the channel, how you motivate people, man. That is social digital currency in full effect. When you bring your energy to the lives in the room, man, that's all I can ask for. And you guys have done that, and you do it well. I got to get on a call. LA, I don't know if y'all are ready. Tell me when you and Will want to have that conversation. I'd love to do it now. I'm going to get off now, you guys, because I need to have this conversation, because we're going to, tomorrow, I need y'all to have an open mind. I need y'all to, I'm going to sit back. I told y'all I'm going to sit back and I'm going to do a lot more listening than talking tomorrow. I'm going to have a live guest. I will, Tuffy. I think I'm going to do the live. LA, I'm trying to debate whether we bring Will to TikTok or we bring him to YouTube. And I would much rather bring him to YouTube, and that way y'all can hear his conversation. So that's what I'm gonna do. So we're gonna do a 3-day series. Thank you, Red. We're gonna do a 3-day series. It may all be broadcast directly with our guest on YouTube. Yeah, Tashi said YouTube is more clear. Okay, cool. Same as usual, 9 to 11. Everett said today's been crazy for me. Yeah, 9 to 11. I got a guest speaker coming on. And it's really diving into what what is it, Laron? The title of it is what I would say to Kyrie, the conversation I want, or something like that. What I would say to Kyrie and Kanye, or what Kanye and Kyrie are really trying to say, something like that, to kind of dive into not only the Hebrews to Negroes movie, but to what Kanye West is speaking about and different things like that. She said TikTok freezes at times when it's more than one person. Okay, so that settles it. I'm going to post on my Instagram a banner letting everybody know tomorrow morning, 9 to 11, or at 9. Yeah, we're going to be live on YouTube with a great conversation. I'm going to come out there soon so I can join you live. That's dope. Chef, we'll do an interview and everything, and let people hear you. I don't know how to join your YouTube. Send me a link. So Tuffy, go up to my name right now. Go up to where you would follow me at here, and then you'll see the Instagram symbol. Hit the Instagram symbol. It'll drop down YouTube, and it'll drop down Instagram. Hit YouTube. Yeah, Everett, it's going to be deep, man. He got a whole different perspective. Like when I tell you my guest tomorrow is ridiculous, and his perspective is going to, if y'all ready for your mind to be blown out, get ready. Get ready. Yeah. So my on all platforms is Dwight_Scrap_Reynolds. You can find me on everything that way. Everything that's important to me, at least. A Clubhouse is just Scrap, or you can find me under Dwight Reynolds on Clubhouse as well. Tomorrow, that's what I may do. That's what I am going to do. So instead of going, I have one phone on TikTok, I have one phone on Clubhouse, and I have one phone on, and then we'll do the broadcast from YouTube, which YouTube broadcasts to LinkedIn, Twitter, and Facebook. So it's gonna be a really dope conversation tomorrow, man. Y'all don't want to miss this one. Y'all don't want to miss this one. Aaron, you joined a little late, but y'all don't want to miss the conversation tomorrow. I'm going to post it on my Instagram as a story so you guys can see it. You don't want to miss it. Where are we at now, Tashi? Let me see. So run the likes up to 20,000. That's easy. 400 more people. And there's no point in sharing the live if we're getting off. But LA, yeah, reach out to Will. Text me. Let me know what time we're gonna have this conversation. Because I want to get us in alignment for tomorrow. It's gonna be crazy, yo. Yeah, peace out. 9 to 11. It's gonna be crazy. So with that being said, man, yo, I want y'all to know y'all. See that? Did y'all see how I pressed it and 2 sounds came on? There we go. With your bad self. I see we hit the 20,000 mark, y'all. So I want to shout out and say thank you to everybody who supported by liking and sharing. I want to give a special shout out to those who went above and beyond and have super liked, super chat, cashed app, and gifted. Thank you all for reaching into your pockets and saying, yo, Scrap, your time means value to me, and we appreciate having you here. Everybody who bought badges on Instagram, thank you so much. This is not goodbye. This is to be continued. All replays are on YouTube. All All right, y'all. All right, Amelia. I'll chop it up with y'all later. Bad self. Say it loud. All right, y'all. With your bad self.